Alright lads, this is just going to be the usual 40-second intro. If you want to skip it, I've put timestamps in the timeline for you to do so. But this video is going to cover a decent amount of box fighting tips, along with some strategy for piece control and everything I can kind of think of right now. But boys, just promise me that if this video helps you out or you find anything useful, go down to the bottom right corner of the video, click that wolf logo to subscribe, but only do it if this video helps you out, which it will, because that's what we do over here on Team Uprising. Also, if you want to ask me any questions, comment below and I got you. If you want to greatly help us grow, you can join any of our socials, including our Discord, and all the links are in the description. So let's get straight into the video. Alright boys, so tip number one is a very simple tip, but yet a very hard tip to develop. It's pretty obvious, and we're going to be talking a bit about crosshair placement. So for those who don't know, crosshair placement is basically a very simple concept, but you have to be very conscious when doing it. A great example of it is, let's say you have an opponent and there's a wall separating you. That wall is your opponent's wall. You can't edit it, but you want to try and bait him. The best way to even attempt to bait him, the first rule of business is to have your crosshair exactly where he is. So with your shotgun out, you just point your crosshair at him as if the wall wasn't there. And as soon as you see that edit go open, or his build menu come out, you can pre-fire him, or you can wait for the edit and then just track him if he jumps and try and hit him. It's just having their crosshair lined up, basically ready for when he makes a move. It's more of a passive and a defensive playstyle, but it can be done on the aggressive as well. It's a very, very good tip to master. Look at any pro's gameplay and they will tell you the same thing. If you know a small streamer that's still like, I'm not saying me now, but I'm saying like a professional player that's still a small streamer, and you can get a comment in his stream and ask him how important crosshair placement is, and you're going to get a very similar answer to the one I'm telling you. It's very, very important. Like if you can't edit or build, if you've good crosshair placement, you can still dominate box fights. I'm being dead serious. Right boys, so this is going to be a killer tip that you probably won't have heard anywhere else but here, and that's probably a great reason why to check if you are subscribed. If you are, you are the GOAT. If not, press that sub button, man. I'm telling you right now, we're going to be doing some mad shit over here, and it's worth sticking around. You might not like all the videos, but trust me, in the future there's going to be some certain videos that are definitely going to help you out. Now, the tip I'm talking about is basically fake edits that throw your opponent off. Now, sure, you've heard of pre-edits, and you know that's kind of like putting a wall, guessing your opponent's going to go out there. But what I mean is fake edits. It's kind of the opposite. It's kind of like you're in a box. You see pros do it all the time. You know about it. But think about it. Have you ever heard like an It's Jerry video or Pro Guides video talk about pre-editing to juke your opponent out? Not really. Like they do talk about it, but not in the sense that I'm talking about it on the defensive. Like you can bait your opponent to open a wall by pulling out your pickaxe or build menu, and then he's like, oh, he can't shoot me, let me edit. You know, you can bait people out when you're on the offensive, but I'm talking about on the defense. When you're in a box and he's spraying on your wall, to relieve a bit of pressure to get a mini off, or maybe even a fish, maybe even a big pot, there are certain edits you can do. Now, I'm going to make a whole separate video for that, but I will put a timestamp in the top right if you want to go and see like my phase tricks, which is the, I guess, closest video I have to that type of video. I haven't made the video about like how to juke your opponent out because I feel as if I'm not skilled enough to make that video yet. But I am practicing my own jukes, and I have noticed me doing it in tournaments like FNCS and stuff. So trust me, it works on really high skilled players. They don't need to be AI, absolute bot, Division 2 players for this kind of skill to work on. You can work on this skill and use it against the best of the best. Trust me on that. Boom. Next tip. Alright boys, now it's that time to talk a bit about piece control, okay? Piece control, you obviously have heard loads about it, you know what it is. I'm hoping you do, because I'm not going to explain what it is. But basically, you want to always prioritize getting a cone in your opponent's box before taking any walls. So if you have the option to predict where your opponent's going to go, don't place a wall, edit the wall and place a cone. Place a cone and then place the wall so you can edit the wall and have your gun out and ready for a shot. It's way more optimal, it's way more faster, and it can definitely do some serious amounts of damage, okay? Trust me on that. But obviously, if you don't like know where they're gonna go and you can't predict it, it's still very good to get a cone. Like get that first wall, get a cone in, then do like a peanut butter or a Dorito edit, and then jump and hit that shot. He can't go anywhere. He can edit his walls and stuff, but you on that cone. The first thing he's gonna do is look down on the ground to place a ramp or a cone himself to realize you have one. So while he's looking at the ground, you're looking at him, and you know, he can't shoot you because he's looking at the ground. It's a free hit, however much you can hit him for. That depends on how good your aim is. So piece control, I'm definitely going to make more videos on it, but this is just a quick little tip into my box fighting guide. which is this video obviously, and I'm going to go on to the next tip, which is an obvious one but pretty good. And basically, you need to improve your edit speed and precision. I hate the way YouTubers always tell you to improve edit speed but never tell you actually how to do it. So don't stress, boys, I have you covered. If you want to improve your edit speed and precision, you go back to improving your crosshair placement that I talked about in the start of this video. If you have good crosshair placement, so basically you can come out of one edit and have your crosshairs all ready to go for the next edit. That is a very good key, and I do have videos talking about it. I'm not going to tag them because I don't like putting 2 or 3 more videos, like the way the pop-ups come up. I don't like doing that. I only like doing it once per video. For some reason, I don't even like doing it once. I just, I've been told to do it once. But basically, them videos are so good, okay? Basically, you just want to be a god, man. Honestly, like, what else do I have to tell you? Just be a god. Just sell out. Next tournament, just sell out. Piece control, edit speed, crosshair placement. You got it. Okay, crosshair placement does improve speed, and like you do need to, like for me on a mouse, I have to move my arm quite like far because I'm on a low sensitivity, and that enables me to have good precision. But I edit faster being on a low sensitivity. I have explained this before, that you can edit pretty much the same speed, if not faster, on a lower sensitivity than a faster sensitivity. I know that might not make sense now, and you might think, hey, this guy's a noob, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Other people have said it. The likes of Itch, Jerian, Pro Guides, all the big heads, they've said it. Pros have said it. It's the slow, like, man, look at Bugga. Look at Mongrel. Bugga plays on a slower sense than Mongrel right now. As far as I'm aware, he lowered his sense. But trust me, low sense is the way. It's what all the pros do. Okay? Why try and, look again? Like, I know Mr. Savage is a high sensitivity player. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying slower sensitivity is definitely the way. Okay? That's all I'm saying. The majority of pros, apart from a few outliers, have really slow sensitivities and they're cracked at the game. Okay, next tip. Alright, boys, so these last 2 tips are going to be crammed into one because I gotta go. But basically, box fights benefit the defending player. So always on the defensive. You don't even need, you can, like, remember I was talking at the start about baiting people? You can bait people by going into a box. What do you do? Like, what is the main reason you go into a box for when you're low? So you can get tagged once or twice by this guy and go into a box, heal up. He thinks you're low. He thinks you're shit. That's the first, like, that's just what every, like, perception. That's what people think. If you're in a box, you're low health or you're scared. But you're quite the opposite. You're getting him into the mindset that you're scared. So he's going to go into the fight thinking, hey, he's scared. He's weak. He might not be good at the game. And then you box him like a fish and take his life away. That's just how we're going to put it. But, yeah, how to practice all this, what I've just said in the video. The best way to practice this is be conscious about your crosshair. Look and stare your crosshair directly in the eye. Okay, that's, like, you can see me right now, I'm spectating my teammate, and you can see my mouse cursor is dead center of the screen, just so I can see where his crosshair is, which is very helpful, to know where his crosshair is. And I know a lot of people don't really do that, you don't really need to do that, but it's just something I like doing, because I like studying his crosshair, because again, when I'm AFK or when I'm dead, I can focus on my teammate's crosshair and learn from him and be conscious on his crosshair, and see what he's doing wrong, but, again, and seeing what he's doing right too. It's not always focusing on the negatives. You can learn a lot of things from pro players because they do things right. But you can also learn what pro players do wrong. You get me? There's loads of different things you can do there. But I'm going to just leave the video. You can watch my teammate absolutely crank his edits out with his... I don't even know how he does that. But yeah. I'll leave you with the rest of the gameplay. Hope you enjoy and hope you learn something. Make sure you hit that sub button.
Look, I'm sorry.
I don't know how he didn't see me.
The other teammate literally watched me fight you and didn't shoot you until
just
after
so you know,
died.
you're the only one with damage on your team that round.
I know.
kid.
That can really just shake down.
Oh, you.
Oh.
Rah!
Going to Taj, going to Taj.
I got the wall, that's all. You focus, you the guy. Oh, down.
Oh, man.
100 on him. Psycho.
Oh, him 222 wiped after him 100. Like what?